Right, I'm back again, and I've got some very entertaining knowledge. Now, I did have to go back and look at this video again made years ago. I'm sure some of you know about the reptilians or shapeshifters caught on camera. I do want to show you something very disturbing. I think I now totally understand how pro sports are controlled out on the football field, why there just doesn't seem to be very many mistakes, how they move around like they're controlled by one intelligent brain or a demonic brain, because they really are controlled by demons. So I'm going to say that all the people that are part of the real Club 33, at some point they get a worm inside their eye, and little do they know that they just gave up their life. And a demon is going to take over their body, and we have proof that they accidentally shapeshift. There's little glitches and mistakes. Let's take a look at some of those. So this video that's getting a little bit of attention has captured a shapeshifter, and what you'll notice is their fingers seem to grow out longer. They have, I think Lady Gaga and other people wear little glitches. Their hands, their reptilian demon hands, grow out. Mistakes are made or exposed. But this video is very entertaining. I'm sure that these people probably get a monthly check from some kind of agency that's controlled by an illuminated group, and they probably produce 90% truth and 10% deception, and that 10% would involve the real Jews, involves the name of Yeshua the Christ versus that stupid name Jesus, which is affiliated with Zeus. But anyway, this is very entertaining. I've watched this video twice. It's so entertaining, believe it or not. Alright, so not that long ago I stumbled upon a video where a shapeshifter, he gets his head banged on the ground, and then one of his hands starts kind of growing out or glitching or mistakes. Something is going on. The demon reptilian it can't control the human body correctly, and it almost looks like an alien hand. Now, as you can see, this is obviously not normal for your thumb to be pressed way back, and fingers are all, it looks like a squid mutated hand. There's obviously something going on here. This is a shapeshifter controlled by a demon. He's probably some poor college kid. The Illuminated group come up and said, hey, you're going to be a multimillionaire, a star. You get to enjoy a life of luxury. Just go ahead and let us put this worm right into your eye. Little did he know that he just gave up his life, and a demon is now in control of his body, and he lives out, when it's time to pretend like it's him or his programmed memories or mind, he can almost play the role of this person, but there is in fact a demon in control, and that's why we have shape-shifting glitches. So this is a Christmas picture back in December of 2019, and when it first came out, I could not understand what's the deal with these squid alien demon-like hands. Well, I know exactly what it is now. They're telling you these are shapeshifters. Demons are in control of these people's bodies. They are like they're not even human, or it's almost like Satan's favorite demons get to live out a perverted luxury life through certain humans. So I do have a theory that the devil has mingled his own DNA into Michael Jordan, and he gets to experience the praise and worship that Michael Jordan receives. This guy is not normal. The most famous worshipped superstar athlete guy ever is a black man. His name is Michael Jordan. And he is on a level of fame that no one else, I guess, has ever made it to, or it's just not normal. Now, I became suspicious about Michael Jordan a few years ago when I noticed that the devil just keeps honoring this guy. Like, he honors him in baseball games, in NBA Finals, certain dates around his birthday. I've even seen where Happy Gilmore 2 secretly honors this creepy, devilish guy. There is, yes, Happy Gilmore 2, there is occultic numbers in that movie. If you think that Adam Sandler just walked right on into Hollywood, the devil's honeypot, became a superstar, made $500 million, and did not bow his knee or pay the price, you are mistaken. Adam Sandler bowed his knee. He could have taken the worm. There could be a demon controlling his body. You do not get to be a superstar for free. You have to pay the price. Alright, so check out this theory that I have. So the cover of this old Metallica album, The Master of Puppets, imagine the devil puts his own personal demon worm into the superstars, and then he gets to experience the praise and worship that these superstars experience. Like there are people like Tom Cruise and Michael Jordan that have made it on a level of fame or praise. You know, they get praise and worshiped like very few people. And I believe that he secretly controls them, or he experiences their praise and worship because he loves to be praised and worshiped. Back in the heavenly realm, he was like the Joe Cool rock star, super famous. He was smarter than everyone else. And when you are in a league of your own, you start to get a big, arrogant, proud head, proud, and he wanted to be praised and worshipped. And at some point, he even thought that his throne or his region of authority, he had some kind of a power or authority over some kind of large region, and he believed that his throne should ascend above the Most High. So yes, he was all about being praised and worshipped, and that's what all these celebrities desire. People that want to be famous, what they're really saying is, I want to be praised and worshipped. You want to sign an autograph, or you want to stand out above and beyond the large crowd. What you're really saying is you want to be praised and worshipped. So they do despicable, shameful things for their temporary fame, and then they go to hell and they are tortured beyond belief, begging the Creator for death. And the cycle just keeps repeating. That's why I do not admire any celebrities. Don't want my picture taken with any of them. Don't want any autograph. I do not want to physically touch. If you offered me $10,000 to shake Michael Jordan's hand, I would tell you where to shove your $10,000. I would not physically touch that person or a lot of these celebrities. They are controlled by demons. And we have shape-shifting glitches to prove that they are controlled by demons. So let's look at the suspicions behind Michael Jordan and Lucifer has put his own DNA or his own little worm, his own demon worm or whatever you want to call it, into Michael Jordan, and he gets to almost live out through Michael Jordan. Imagine the devil is able to live through 50 super famous people, and he gets to experience their praise and worship. So let's look at how many times this Michael Jordan has secretly been honored through pro sports. So this is Super Bowl 20, right before Michael Jordan's 23rd birthday. Guess what team goes to the Super Bowl and dominates? Yes, it is Chicago. So the year that Michael Lucifer Jordan was born, 1963, he is born, and then about 10 months later, guess what two teams go to the big championship game? It is New York, where Michael is allegedly born, and Chicago, where Michael will play out his pre-scripted superstar career. So yes, there's something obviously not normal about Michael Jordan. The devil keeps honoring this person, and I have a theory or a belief why he keeps secretly honoring this person. So Michael Jordan's most powerful numerology numbers are 113, a 59, and a 23, and Super Bowl 59, which just happened a few months ago. They really honored Michael Jordan. They created a 33, and there was two other big numbers affiliated with Jordan. It was so obvious what they were doing. The easiest Super Bowl that I ever called just happened a few months ago. So back in 1996 all the way to 98, when the Bulls did their three-peat, they created a hidden 666. The first finals in 96 was a 6-game series. The second was a 6-game series. And in 98, it was a 6-game series because this guy is not normal. This whole scenario, there's something about him affiliated with the devil. And I do believe he has the devil's personal worm that has gone into his brain, and the devil gets to live out or experience his praise and worship. Now, something else that's very entertaining, the Dodgers, which I believe are going back-to-back winning the World Series, the Dodgers started out in Brooklyn, New York. That's where Michael Lucifer Jordan was born, allegedly. And the Dodgers are out in LA. If they win again this year, it would be their 9th all-time World Series win. And the number 9 is associated with Michael Jordan. He wore the number 9 during the Olympics. So I'm going to say that there's a high possibility the Dodgers are scheduled to win this coming up World Series. So the Eagles a few months ago won, and they created a 2-3. Philadelphia is associated with Michael Jordan because the number 76 is part of his numerology. So they created a 2-3. Michael Jordan wore 2-3, one of his most powerful numbers. So if the Eagles go back and win this year or in 26, they will create a 3-3. Now, what's so significant about this next Super Bowl is Michael Jordan is going to turn 63 years old this coming February, and that is one of his powerful numerology numbers, or that was the year he was born, 1963. So I do believe the Eagles are going to win to create a 3-3. Remember, when Michael played for the Chicago Bulls, he did a three-peat. Then they needed an excuse for him to step away for 2 years, and his father's fake death, and he was involved in sports betting. All nonsense. It's just an excuse to step away, come back, lose 1 year. You need to be a loser, so you hype up the thrill, the excitement. And then they did another three-peat. I remember 1996, me and 4 friends are sitting on the edge of our couches, screaming. This dude had like an $800 television. We're watching the Chicago Bulls in the finals. It was like adrenaline. I think I experienced adrenaline. It was so exciting. And when I look back now, I just want to, put my head down in shame. But yes, I do believe the Eagles are going to go back again to create a hidden 33 to secretly honor Michael Lucifer Jordan. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video. I will say this. We are in the devil's season of nightmarish deception. And what most people are, they don't even realize it. They are unhappy dollar slaves. They've been programmed and conditioned by the public school system to be a good, hardworking dollar slave. Remember, the public school system is going to program you to believe that if you work hard and live in a nice house in a nice neighborhood, drive a nice vehicle, blah, 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 you are a winner. But if you just get a part-time job and live in your parents' basement and enjoy freedom and try to, ride your bicycle down by the ocean, enjoy as much freedom as possible, you are a loser. But what the public school system is not going to tell you is that both roads lead to you being a 80 or 90-year-old bag of bones in a nursing home with a diaper full of, what, on your way to, most people are on their way to hell. So they're not going to talk about both roads lead to you a nursing home, diaper full of whatever. They want you to be a good dollar slave. And if you watch the movie, I believe it's Django Unchained. At the end of that movie, years ago, I literally paused it and I had to have a moment because I didn't realize, oh my God, What is worse than being tortured to death? How about being a miserable dollar slave, forced labor till you are 60 or 70 years old? You barely have enough money to pay your bills. That is what the devil is trying to accomplish here. He wants people to be like Homer Simpson, pot belly, fat pot belly, dollar slaves that are not happy. That is what he's trying to do. Remember, this devil could have released artificial intelligence, androids, that could have done a lot of physical labor. People could have only worked 5 hours a day, plenty of printed out of thin air money to pay their bills. People could have enjoyed their lives, take their family down to the park and happy, happy, happy. No, no. The devil wants people to be in poverty, to have to work 12-hour days, to be miserable, pot belly, dollar slaves. Do you all understand what's really going on here? The criminal elite are out playing golf, enjoying a life of luxury, while most other people working at Dollar General or in some of these hot factories, just barely making enough to pay their bills. They're not happy in life. They're overweight because they keep putting sugar in their body, because all these stupid, crappy products out on the shelf have small amounts of sugar. It is all by design. It is Satan and his criminal elite. Do you guys understand the real world that you're living in? The devil's little season is not just about deceiving you on your television screen. It is about deceiving you in every aspect of your life, putting toxic things in your body, being forced to do labor jobs that you don't want to do. You barely have enough money. It is all about deceiving, deception. And this super powerful piece of crap, Satan, is obviously the master of deception. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any good words of wisdom, if there's any little creepy shapeshifter links, just go ahead and put it under the video in the comments.